Welcome to another episode of the Wicked Bitter podcast here on the Wicked Bitter YouTube channel and on Spotify if you're listening there. I'm Travis. I got Matt and I have Jamaal with me this time. Guys, let's talk a little bit about, since Jamal's a Carolina Panthers fan and I'm located out here in Carolina. I figure we got to talk about a little bit about the Panthers, what's going on with the Panthers, right? I mean, Matt Rhule getting fired. I mean, are any of us surprised? I don't think we are. I mean, I'm definitely not. The thing is,
took too long, honestly.
That's what I was thinking, dude. Like, I mean, this is like a few. I mean, how long was he there, Jamaal? I can't even. 3 years?
It's his third year. I'll touch on that later, but it's his third year.
Yeah, okay. Because look, I wanted to bring it up. So they're 1-4 this year so far. Last year, 5-12. The year before that, 5-11. The year before that, 5-11. The year before that, 7-9. And then the year before that, which is 2017, 11-5. So you're gonna have to go back like 5 years to get their last winning record. I mean, that shit is fucking rough, dude. Like, so at what point do we change some shit up with the Panthers, you know? Like, you got rid of Rhule, and then I'm sure you guys have seen it. CMac has been in, like, trade talks lately to Buffalo. I mean, does that happen? Are we doing it?
I think so. I don't know about this year, but I think he's going to, because we're going to go rebuild again. And by the time we're ready to compete, he's going to be at that age where he's no good anyway. So I don't want us to trade him, but if they do, I'll get it. You know what I mean?
So if you trade CMac, like Matt, if you trade CMac, what could we get back? I mean, that's probably a better question for Jamaal because it's his team, but
second round.
Yeah, you're going to get picks back. You can't win with a shitty team, no quarterback, and halfway decent receiver. You're just not going to win with an elite running back. You need the quarterback, like a Patrick Mahomes, to go with that. The elite running backs that's why you just can't win. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you just can't win with them.
You know why you can't win. You throw 9 in the box. You ain't got a quarterback. I'm throwing 9 in the box.
It's impossible to win with those guys. Like, you need a quarterback that can throw the ball. You need receivers that can catch the ball. And that's the only way an elite quarterback works. An elite running back works for you.
I mean, the way I look at it, it's like, you know, Drew Brees retired. I know Tom Brady still plays for the Bucs, but he's not going to play there forever. So that division, if you take Tom Brady out of it, it's almost up for grabs.
That's what we're doing. We're just waiting till the smoke clears.
Yeah,
then we got time to strike.
We got to get started. We got to get started now.
It'll be Matt Corral's time in like 2 years.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
Matt Corral will take over.
Yeah, right. You don't like Matt Corral, huh, Jamaal? You've seen him play a little bit.
I seen a little bit. Wasn't really impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, no, wasn't impressed at all.
That sucks, dude. I mean, so like,
I think it's becoming. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I think teams kind of fall into this trap where, like, they become teams that where quarterbacks go to die. And I feel like that's what the Panthers that's what the Steelers are doing too as well.
Correct. That is correct. I was actually just telling somebody that today. I was like, I was talking to somebody about today, and I'm like, Baker, not great. Sam Darnold, not great. Teddy, not great. But I feel like they all had their worst years when they came to Carolina.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what the Steelers are kind of coming into now too, which is kind of scary for me. But I can't really completely blame the quarterbacks for everything. Like, yeah, Baker hasn't been great. Darnold hasn't been great either.
But it's a pattern.
It's a pattern, you're right. So at what point is it the quarterback's fault or the team's fault?
Exactly. That's not good. Yeah, I agree.
So where do we start, though? I mean, if you trade CMac, right, you got rid of Matt Rhule. I mean, how much of cleaning house do you do? Do you get rid of everybody? I mean, because you're calling it you call it a rebuild, but it's been like years of a rebuild.
It depends.
I don't really know who else you have to get rid of. You know what I mean?
We got a lot of good young talent and good players. Travis, it depends. It depends on what you're doing for the coach. Are you bringing in a rookie coach? Then you scrap the whole thing. If you're bringing in a veteran coach, no veteran coach is going to go there if you scrap the whole thing. You have to let them decide who they want to keep and who they want to let go. Like, say, I know Sean Payton's not going to go there, but we're just going to throw him out there. You get rid of everybody. You think Sean Payton's taking that job? No. So you let him come in, and then if he wants to get rid of guys, you let him do it at his leisure. But if you're going to bring in a rookie coach, just get what you can. Get draft picks, staff from the beginning, tear it down. Keep the young guys, and then tear it down. You know, so it all depends on which way they're going to go.
Dude, I don't understand though, because Tepper is like, he's the wealthiest owner in football, if not top 2 or 3. So
I think he's second now, but he was
before.
So
like, what are we waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, dude, Jamaal, you were just here a few weeks
Travis,
ago.
I think that's the problem. Because he's the richest, he's throwing around money and he's throwing it in the wrong places. He paid Matt Rhule for 7 years. He brought in Bridgewater, still paying Bridgewater. Brought in Darnold, still paying Darnold. I think that's part of the problem is because he has so much money, he don't care. He wants to win, which I like the fact that he's aggressive, but it's at the point now where he just don't care. He's like, well, if this don't work, whatever. I'll burn a couple more $1 billion, whatever.
I know that's going to catch up to you sooner or later, though. I mean, me and Matt were just talking about it today. Freaking Matt Rhule's going to be sitting on his couch. What number was it, Matt? It was like $838,000 every month or something.
$800,000 a month. Yeah, I know. I heard that
for the next 4 years. Like, what the hell, dude?
It's the best job in the world.
Dude, it is.
You don't do nothing.
It really
is.
The
thing with Matt Rhule is, though, I want to touch on it, too, because I'm a huge – and, Matt, you know this. We talked about this before. I think I've talked to you about Travis, too. I'm a huge component of giving coaches at least 3 years. They need 3 years to get their guys in there to clean house before it starts to work.
Yeah.
But Matt Rhule was the outlier. That boy, because this is year 3, and we've gotten worse every year. Like, because normally I say give him 3 years, and then if you see the team trending, you can go from there. But
dude,
like,
they've had chances.
It's bad when I'm like, don't even give him don't even finish the 3rd year, get him out of there.
Yeah, they've had their chance, dude. They've had draft picks. I mean, like I just named their records the past like 4 years, 5 years. They've been in a good position to build up draft picks and to make something happen. And the guys got a lot of money, and instead of pouring all this money in a training facility down in South Carolina, like let's get a good solid team. Jamaal, you were just here a few weeks ago at the Panthers game. That's a nice stadium, dude. That's a really nice field. It's located in a nice spot downtown Charlotte. Like it's a nice spot. And
you know what the crazy part is?
But hold up, not only that though, Carolina doesn't have a good, well, their basketball team is kind of on the come up a little bit. The Hornets are kind of. But we have no baseball here, right? If you want to go watch hockey, you got to drive 2 hours to Raleigh, North Carolina. So the local spot is the
college team sucks. The college team
sucks, but it's big. But it's big here though. College teams are big.
Basketball, basketball. But their football team sucks.
College is huge here, right? So if it's not college and you got pro, you got the Panthers. People love the Panthers. I mean, that's all they have here. Why not get
the South? Yeah, it's the South too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why not put a good a team out there? You know what I mean? Like, you got everything you need for it.
But the crazy thing is, like you said, we actually hit on our draft picks. We got some good.
I like J.C. Horn.
Yes,
I like Horn
this year.
Yeah,
we got like you said, J.C. Horn. Jeremy Chin's a really good player. We actually hit on draft picks. The problem is we don't have the quarterback.
It just goes
that and coaching, obviously, like you said, Matt Rhule.
The two most important things you need is coaching and the quarterback, and that's the two that we're furthest from than any other team in the NFL.
It just goes to show how hard it is to get a good quarterback. You know,
just look at the Steelers. I think we have the most talented team under 500.
Yeah,
I mean, we have the receivers to do it. We have the running back to do it.
We got the coach.
We have Trubisky, who can at least be the middle of. You can win with a middle of the pack quarterback. But
TJ Watt getting hurt killed y'all.
That was
kind of exposed the rest of the players on that defense because I thought they were all really good, but they're looking like a regular defense without TJ Watt. So that's incredible for him. How good he is, but
that's what we talked about. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Like before the season started, I was like, yeah, we look good on paper, but one guy goes down, like a TJ Watt, like literally the last guy that we want to go down.
It's crazy how everybody looks. Besides Minka,
it's just all downhill.
Everybody else looks regular now, and those guys were all looking great. And now they just look normal. It's crazy.
TJ Watt can get 20 sacks for you easily.
No, he should get defensive player of the year this year. Just now the defense looks regular. It's crazy.
Yeah, right. It's like look what they did without me. Now we suck. So give me the award. Crazy. Yeah, no, I agree. Him and Aaron Donald, like 1A, 1B to me, in my opinion. Like Aaron Donald probably has the best technique.
You could throw in Micah Parsons. Those are probably the best 3 defensive players.
Micah Parsons.
Parsons is nice.
Yeah, you can choose any one of those 3 for the defensive player of the year, and I wouldn't be upset.
It's those 3, and there's nobody else. No disrespect.
Not even
other guys.
Not even close.
Those 3.
Yeah,
I know.
Those are the elite of the elite.
I know we're talking mostly about the Panthers on this one, but can we mention real quick the roughing of the passer penalties that we've been seeing lately? Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? What are the rules? What are the rules? I've never seen it this bad before.
The rules are if you're a top 10 quarterback, you can't be touched. If you're a trash quarterback, they could just smack you with helmet to helmet. They don't care. That's the rules. Bro, they just might as well come out and say it. You want protection, be a top 10 quarterback. We'll protect you. If you're not, whatever. It's football. Man up.
I was seeing.
Yeah, just be better, and we'll protect you. That's all it
right.
is.
I was seeing a replay.
We don't care about your brain. We don't care about concussions.
They don't.
You know,
just play
but
better.
I think it partly is. I think it's partly because of the way the Tua thing got so fucked up and mismanaged that.
Hey, there might be something to that though.
I feel like right after that, it's like, you know, these refs don't want to be responsible or accountable for letting something like that slide. But they're not. They're not.
That's the Dolphins. The Dolphins
are
responsible for that.
I know. But I feel like it was right after that we're seeing these really questionable.
I get it.
Like, and it's like the refs are like, well, I can wipe my hands of it. It's like has nothing to do with me. You know, I mean, I protected the quarterback. That's what
You think the commissioner sent out flyers?
mass emails to all the refs.
Maybe like, hey, listen, these guys ain't protected their own guys. We're gonna
Bro,
step in because it's bad for business.
I'm gonna.
Hey, you know who's gonna have CTE now is Teddy Bridgewater. He was just wobbly the other day. They didn't diagnose him with a concussion or nothing, and they were like, no, you can't play. You're wobbly.
Dude,
it's like, you can't get the wind knocked out of you anymore?
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
It's just that game over for me. Like, I'm a backup. I'm trying to get my reps in. Like, it's my time to go, and one play, and I'm out.
It depends on the quarterback, and it depends on the stakes, because if that's not Teddy Bridgewater and that's Tom Brady in an NFC Championship game, they're not telling him he can't go back in.
Right. No, I get that.
But that's bad for business. They're going to be like, I hope you don't have CTE, but you better get back in there, Brady.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying, like, it just sucks. Like, they didn't even diagnose him with a concussion. They were just said, like, you're a little bit wobbly.
You know,
it was just in light of the Tua thing, really. Because if this had happened before the Tua thing, yeah, of course you'd be able to go back out there and play. But like, I just feel for Teddy Bridgewater, because I feel like he's a decent quarterback, but he just can't catch a break.
Yeah,
Teddy. Yeah, I know. With the Panthers, he sucked, but like,
I didn't like him with the Panthers, and you guys all know that. I didn't like him with the Vikings either.
I know, but Teddy Bridgewater he could be a middle of the pack quarterback. Like, I look at it as like Kirk Cousins is like, he's on the fringe of a top 10 quarterback, but he just does Kirk Cousins things.
Yeah, I was like, Kirk Cousins is a baller though. Kirk Cousins is a baller.
He's right. I think he can easily be a top 10 quarterback until he makes a stupid fucking play.
His problem is and always has been big moments. He shrinks.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he does Kirk Cousins things where he just folds.
That's it. Yeah.
But I think Teddy Bridgewater's on the other end of that, where he can be like a top anywhere from 20 to 15 quarterback, but he just
20 to 25.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm kind of worried about the way this is all trending, like the way it's going. You know, like eventually you won't be able to like even put a finger on the quarterback, no matter who it is, top 10 or not. You know what I mean?
I think after this, it might go a little bit the other way, because so many people are upset about it and complaining about it that it could go the other way. You know what I mean?
It's always going to be selective. It's going to be who the quarterback is.
Yeah.
I agree with Fraser. I think they are going to loosen the reins up on a little bit, but it's only going to be for certain quarterbacks. Like, they're probably going to wait till Tom Brady retires, and then they're going to loosen the reins a little bit. You know what I mean? But still, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, you touch those guys, that's the NFL's golden ticket. They're going to protect those guys. You're going to be, don't touch that guy like that. What are you trying to do?
Well, I mean, I get that, but that let's just take that one game, for instance, not even the Tom Brady one. Let's talk about when the Chiefs played the Raiders. So that was the second roughing the passer call, but that happened on Derek Carr. So later on in that game, Pat Mahomes gets tackled. Similar play. You know, he gets thrown down like Tom Brady got thrown down, kind of like twirled, brought him down kind of thing. And there wasn't a call on that. So, I mean, obviously Pat Mahomes is a top 10 quarterback. So why did they call it for on Carr but not on Mahomes? You know what I mean?
That's honestly, I think the referees for that game were fucking terrified of the Chiefs fans just booing them and throwing shit, and they just let everything go. Was a pretty wild game, like, fan wise. Like, I haven't seen fans do that in quite a while. Like, the Raiders were going to the locker room at halftime, and they were throwing full beer bottles at them and shit.
And like, you never hear that coming out of like KC. It's always like fucking Philadelphia or
yeah. That was just a rowdy game, and I think the refs were trying to keep it in control, because if they kept calling penalties on the Chiefs in order to make the Raiders get better field position or whatever it was, like, I think that would have been.
We just gotta be a little more consistent with it, though. Like, there's gotta be more consistency here. You can't
never be consistent.
But that's the problem. That's the problem.
You know why it's never gonna be consistent though, and it's so hard to, like, you got to understand it, but it's so hard to make it consistent because you have different groups. You have different officiating crews, and that's different personalities that are going to call it different. You're going to have the old school personalities going to be like, let these dudes play ball, and you have the new school that's going to be like a little more getting their feet wet, so they want to do things by the books. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to lose playoff games. You get different personalities. You're going to get inconsistencies.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
You can do it. It's human nature. Unless they let robots officiate, it's always going to be a problem.
I hope they never do. Honestly, how would they even do robots in football?
It could work for baseball, but not football. That's way too.
Yeah.
That's way too close contact.
So much going on. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they could.
They'd have to call penalty every play because there's literally a penalty that could be called in every play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They call what they want when it's convenient for them, for the NFL. So I agree with that.
I got a solution, guys. You know what they should do? They should bring back the replacement refs for 2 weeks, and then nobody will complain about the refs again.
Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. That'd be sweet.
Because then the officiating will be so bad for those 2 weeks.
Yeah, for real.
They can push the calls the rest of the year after that. Nobody's going to care.
Oh, yeah. They'll be begging for the other guys to come back.
Just be like, all of our refs for this week have COVID for this random game, and they'd be like, you know what? Let's see how they do, and they just suck.
Slap these replacement refs on. They want to complain so much.
Yeah, for real.
Give the people what they want.
When was the last time we had replacement refs?
A couple years ago.
Was it COVID?
I think it was the COVID year, yeah.
Might have been.
Yeah. At least a couple, probably guys that just didn't want to play or officiate during COVID, but yeah.
By the way, I never want to go back to never having fans in the stands. That was the worst time to watch.
That's
sports.
What happened to us on Sunday.
What you mean? Oh, there was nobody there.
The Niners did, but we didn't have no fans in the stands.
Dude,
yeah, the Steelers wouldn't have won the Super Bowl that year if we just had fans in the crowd to fuck up the offense when we weren't.
Somebody got to throw bottles at halftime.
Yeah, something's got to go down. We need the terrible towels. That's what it was.
By the way, the only win that the Panthers have this year is the game that Jamaal went to. He came down from up north, went to that game. That's the only win they get, and if that's the only win they get all year,
I'm okay with that.
I feel like you're the one that's going to be.
That was a big game, though.
You're going to be responsible.
Panthers Saints. That's a big game.
We're going for the number 1 overall pick, so I'm okay if that's the last one we win.
So I went to that game that Jamaal went to too. We didn't sit next to each other, but we're both the same game, dude. The Panthers in that game, it started out a little rocky, but I was just like, as the game went on, I was like, damn, they actually look like they're like a decent team.
A professional football team.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, this is okay. Like they could maybe do some work. And then right after that,
they have the guys to do it.
Dude, they do. They have a lot of talent there, man. It's just
I don't think they have a Super Bowl team, obviously, but they have a team to be over 500. They just same thing with the Steelers. The Steelers have a team to go to the playoffs. We don't have the coaching, and I think where the Steelers fall into a problem here is where we've had 3 coaches in the past 50 years, and I like Mike Tomlin.
Hey man, but it works. Right. It works,
but
6 rings.
But at some point, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like it took 15 years for Bill Cowher to get a Super Bowl ring, and we kind of got lucky with that. Like they didn't officiate well during the Seahawks Steelers Super Bowl. I think we know that. Yeah.
Hey, take it.
Exactly.
It's still the trophy case, brother. Take it.
I'll take it. But at some point, like coaching it doesn't sit well in the room. You know what I mean? Like it's just not going through with the guys. And honestly, I don't even think Tomlin is completely the problem. I think it's Matt Canada. None of our receivers have a touchdown. It's week 6.
Jesus.
Yeah,
okay, that's bad, dude.
Not one. We have studs at receiver. We have Deontay Johnson.
Even our receivers got a touchdown, and we got freaking the worst quarterback in the
NFL. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Deontay Johnson, he drops balls, but he's still a good receiver. We have George Pickens, who can be a number 1 receiver. We have Chase Claypool, who's a stud receiver. He's a big dude.
Offensive line though.
It's not good, but that's no excuse. Like we can still find a guy in the end zone, 1 receiver in the end zone through 6 weeks. We can't do that. That's terrible offense. All they do is run streaks up the sidelines, and then they try to throw short, but before the sticks, and we never get a first down. That's just
Were they doing that with Mitch? Were they doing that with Mitch too, or are they doing that with the new kid because he's young?
They're doing that with Roethlisberger. They're doing that with Mitch. They're doing that with Kenny Pickett.
Oh, so it's been ongoing. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's Matt Canada. We need a new system in place. Like we have the receivers to do it. We don't have the offensive line,
and I think Najee Harris is suffering because of that. But we can figure something else out. There's another way around this.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have a good offensive line that doesn't mean you need to like fold every time you have the ball. You know what I mean?
And like the Steelers have kind of been like treading down for the past, I don't know how many years.
It's been bad, dude.
Couple
It's
years.
been even a couple of years ago when we went 11-1. I was like, yeah, we can finish games. That's good, but there's something about it. Like we're barely finishing against good bad teams.
Yeah.
I remember
Like
that.
we were playing
nephew-
bad teams and we were
My
barely
nephew said the
finishing.
same thing because he's a Steelers fan. That you guys were 11-0, and he was like, "It's fool's gold." He kept telling me
Exactly.
they lost 4 out of 5. It's crazy.
Dude, exactly. Yeah, we were barely finishing games against like terrible teams. We were playing down to them, and it was just you could just see it on the writing on the wall. Like it's just our offensive scheme was just not working, and our defense also has holes. Like just look at Gabriel Davis. He caught 3 balls last week for like 170 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That boy
Like,
is bad though. That boy is bad.
No, don't get me wrong. He's bad. He's not Stephon Diggs bad, but he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
But
He's really good.
but like you can't allow that to like what team allows that to happen anymore? That just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And you can say what you want about TJ Watt being out, but you still can't let that happen. Like
That's not good. No good.
it's not good. Yeah. So we're definitely trending down. We're not looking good, and I think it's all coaching.
Yeah.
Because I think we have.
It's not that bad down here, Freights. Number 1 overall pick. It's not that bad down here.
I know we're fighting for you guys with that this year. I'm not gonna lie.
We got a bunch of
1-4.
teams that really want that number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a tough schedule coming up. We got a lot of good teams coming up, and I don't think it's looking good for the Steelers.
Neither.
No.
Well, we have a tough schedule too, and even the games that are winnable, we're not going to win.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we have a tougher schedule. We're gonna get the number 1 pick.
We're not here to win games, Freights. We're not even going to try.
Hey, so neither one of you watched Thursday Night Football tonight, right?
Today,
I had it on
Yeah.
I had it on in the background, but
Yeah.
I wasn't watching it. It
I
was
heard the fourth quarter on my way back. I heard the fourth quarter. I had it on the radio. I heard how nobody wanted to win that game.
Yeah.
I heard it all.
Washington barely wins 12-7. I
I-
mean, another
Hey,
shitty Thursday Night Football game.
Another
I didn't
one.
bet on this game because I was like, both these teams suck so bad it could go either way.
How do you bet on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted the Bears to win because if I don't have a dog in the race, I always want the underdog to win. And they were so close too. Mooney had the ball on the 1-yard line.
I
He
know.
just
I heard
bobbled
that.
it. It wasn't his fault. Like he got tackled as soon as the ball was in his hands. Like he just bobbled it a little bit, and they pushed him out of bounds. And it's just
Right.
it is what it is. But
Right. This is what I always tell people: bad teams find ways to lose.
and that was the Bears' way to lose. Honestly, I feel bad for Justin Fields. Like I don't think he's a great quarterback, but he could be a middle of the pack quarterback.
Not
But
Chicago.
not with the Bears. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I feel bad.
Not
for him.
Carolina,
Yeah,
not Chicago.
You got to beat
Nah,
Washington. You got to beat
Yeah,
them.
you've got to go to a decent coach team. Like
Yeah.
that's
Um,
like if you put Mac Jones on the Bears, it's the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
He's probably worse. He's probably
He's
worse.
crashing New England.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going to save this for the other video, but I'm not crazy about Mac Jones.
Sorry. I know I've
He's
been
trash.
talking a lot. Sorry.
Yo, Jamaal, real quick to wrap it up. If you get a top 10 quarterback on the Panthers, what kind of record are we looking at?
Top 10 for the Panthers right now, the way they're
Yep,
constructed.
Exactly, yeah.
I think 12-5 easily. The pieces are there. We got the pass rusher, Burns. Frankie Louvu's a star. He is a young superstar in the making. Got J.C. Horn, Jeremy Chin, Jackson.
Who's the
Christian
defensive lineman
McCaffrey.
that you got?
Offensive line's better. We got 2 good receivers. DJ Moore, Robbie.
Who's the
There's some
defensive
young
lineman
talent.
that you got? Who's that?
Huh?
Who's the defensive lineman that you got? He was getting sacks the other day.
Louvu. We got Burns. We got Louvu.
Yeah, Burns. I think it was Burns.
Yeah, we got.
I didn't really tune into the Panthers game, but I saw him he got a couple sacks, I think.
We got
So
the
that was
whole
pretty good.
team. We got the whole team except for the quarterback and the coach and the play calling. It all ties together, though. It all ties together.
That's what I'm saying. The Panthers have the team. The Steelers have the team. Sorry, I just got my phone. The Steelers and the Panthers both have the teams. Like the teams to be good, but it comes down to coaching. That's just what it is. Like
It comes down to coaching football all the time. People don't understand that.
even Darnold. I don't think Darnold's as bad as what he's looked like the past couple of years. Like he could be better. He was better with the Jets. That just comes down to coaching.
Play calling is everything. Situational football is everything. That's what separates 12-5 and 5-12. Those little things. Those
Yep.
two things.
Yep.
This is why I won't bet on the Panthers this week. Like
Oh,
they're playing the
we're playing
sorry,
the
they're playing
Rams.
right,
Yeah,
but
fourth string
also
quarterback.
right, but the Rams have the Super Bowl hangover, and that's just an L waiting to happen.
Oof.
Yeah, but we have the hangover.
Yeah.
Right,
Bro.
which is why I won't bet on
We
it.
have the loser hangover.
Yeah.
Right, I don't like betting on which team is going to be worse. You know what I mean?
True.
Like
No,
I
they
just
got-
like
That's
betting
hard.
on.
That's even harder.
Which
We
team-
got,
gonna be
PJ,
good.
we got PJ Walker starting. He's our fourth string quarterback.
Oh, he's starting.
He's
He'll
going
find a way.
against Donald. It's over. I mean, you
I
might
don't
as well
like-
book it. It's gonna be another 20 point deficit. It's over. We're just I'm gonna watch because I do that.
I also don't like betting
we're
on
taking
coaches.
the L.
Like I don't like betting on brand new interim coaches because everyone's going to be all like studying film and just buttoned up, and they're just going to play better. I just feel it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how it's gonna work. Our defense is gonna play good. They're gonna kind of keep us in the game for the first half, like we do every week, and then they're gonna.
Oh,
run-
the
they're
offense ain't going to do nothing. Yeah. You know
They're
what?
gonna
I'm
run-
taking the
they're gonna run
49ers.
roughshod on us. They're gonna got a couple of turnovers between Donald and Ramsey. They're gonna get a couple of turnovers on us. They're gonna score off them, and then it's gonna be a blowout again. That's what's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Damn.
Debo Samuel's going to get like 2 600 yards touchdowns. So
Probably.
it's going to be.
We
It's
already played
over.
Debo. We already played Debo.
You know what?
We actually did a good job with him. He actually didn't go off.
Yeah. You know what? I got to go to the casino. I got to put a bet on the 49ers here to win
It's
this
the
game.
Rams.
Yeah.
We played the Rams.
It's the Rams.
Yeah. Rams.
Right. You
The
just played the
49ers.
49ers.
Yeah,
I
they
keep
already
saying.
They already kicked their asses.
Yeah. We don't want to see
after
that
the
again.
Rams,
Yeah.
after the Rams, we get the Bucks though, so that's smooth. That's awesome.
Well, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Hey, good times.
Yeah.
1-6, baby, halfway there. That number 1 overall pick.
Jesus. All right, yo. Let's wrap this one up.
Travis, I got to celebrate the little things now.
Yeah, you got to, man. You
Same.
got to.
You know what? Same. I'm on the same boat.
Yeah,
We've fallen a
it's-
long way.
Hey, I might
Yeah,
be. It's gonna be a rough season for me too. I feel. All right, yo. For Matt, for Jamaal, for me, you guys check us out on the next video, on the next episode here on Spotify as well. And until then, we'll see you guys next time.